got the straw on there. That way I can get maximum sprayage or whatever the hell you want to call it. What's going on, everybody? So what we got here, 94, I think it's 94, 93 and 94 Chevrolet truck, short wheelbase, step side, 4-wheel drive. We're gonna be doing a little work on it. This motor here I've actually already worked on, but it was in a different truck. It was in a blue 2-wheel drive truck like this, but they swapped it over into this one and was having some problems with it. So we're gonna try to get it all figured out and situated for them. So what we got going on here, we got a 350. Like I said, this motor was just swapped in here, as you can see. That's why everything ain't complete on it. But they was having problems with the heads or something on them. I can't remember exactly what he was saying now. I think he said they put these heads on it and it didn't have no power or no compression or something like that. But he's got another set of heads in there, some aluminum heads. So we'll basically be swapping the heads out, putting aluminum heads on here, and then we'll put everything else on it and get it running for them. Pretty good looking old truck, not in bad shape. Dash and all, pretty good. Seat's not too bad. Door panel's pretty good shape. But here's the heads we're gonna be putting on it. I don't know what kind they are. Look like just some off-brand aluminum heads, knock off eBay or Amazon, something like that. And then we got a pile of parts here, bolts, wire, stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna be pulling them old smog heads off. We'll be putting these on there. Looks like at least a 202 valve. If it was a 194, there'd be a little bit of a gap in between there. So, but yeah, we're gonna be putting them on here. So I guess we're gonna get to it. Throw them up there. The bolt holder for now. Comes standard on all Chevrolet trucks. No, you don't go in there. And you don't fall down there, you little bastard. Pull the distributor out. Ain't gonna worry about marking it where it's at or anything like that, because we're gonna retime it anyhow. Ain't no big deal. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Alright, now we'll go back to old impact. Alright, all them bolts are out. Bolts and washers. And we didn't even lose none. Alright, got all our bolts out. I was about to pull the intake off, but seeing as how dirty it is and leaves all in it, I'm gonna grab a rag and stuff down in the distributor hole and get some air and blow all this off, and then we'll snatch this intake off and keep digging into her. A little bit of water coming out. I'm going to drain my compressor. Come here. Get these headers off. I'll pull the valve covers. It's got oil in it. Got both the headers off. I'll go ahead and pull these valve covers off. Valve covers off. A little dirty down under the intake. Hell, I cleaned all that crap last time I was in this motor. Alright, we're gonna start popping these head bolts now. Now we got some cleaning up to do. Get all these old head gaskets off. Get them cylinders nice and cleaned out. Alright, so I've spent the last 45 minutes to an hour getting deck surface cleaned up, and then getting the cylinder walls and all that cleaned, and then we cleaned the lifter valley there real good. So I guess now we'll get the new heads out and the gaskets and get them ready to go on. So we got the bottom of the head surfaces cleaned up. Now I'm gonna clean all this little bit of trash and gunk and stuff out of the head there, and I noticed the bolt holes for the header bolts or manifolds, whatever you want to call them here, look a little boogered up. So we're going to run a tap through them, clean them out, and we'll probably do the same thing for the threads on the head bolts. We'll go ahead and run a tap through them, clean them out, make sure the threads are all good. Alright, well, I couldn't find me a tap, so I went ahead and made me one. Just took a grinder, cut off wheel, and just cut a couple slices in a head bolt. So I'm gonna screw that down in there, and any dirt or anything will get shoved into the little cracks there, and it'll come out with the bolt. So now I'm gonna sit here and go through the tedious task of cleaning out 32 head bolt holes. Oh, so as you can see all the dirt and crud and stuff that's caught up in them little cuts I put in it. So we'll clean that off and we'll repeat the process 31 more times. And drop the socket already. So I probably already got more time just in cleaning all this crap than I'll have in assembling it and getting it running. Oh yeah, that one there was real nasty. See, that just make it that much easier putting the head bolts in. As you can see, the threads right there from the ones I just cleaned are nice and pretty, and then there's the threads on some of the ones I haven't cleaned, and as you can tell, they pretty nasty. So that's why I always go through and clean them threads out and stuff. All right, got everything cleaned up. So we can get these cylinder heads on. There we go. Man, that's a pretty head gasket, ain't it? All right. Let's say she's ready for some heads now. There we go. Dang! Can't believe it went that easy. But it is a lot easier with aluminum heads than cast iron heads, that's for sure. Now, we just need to get some head bolts put in them. Start getting them rigs tightened down. Got my good torque wrench out. I got 2 torque wrenches. I got my good one here, Craftsman, and then I got a cheap $20 Harbor Freight one. I use this one on all my stuff and everything I work on, and then if somebody wants to borrow one, I give them my cheap $20 Harbor Freight one. But yeah, we got some new head bolts here at both sides. I got my book out here just to show anybody that don't know how this works, the sequence for torquing the heads and all that good stuff. So as you can see, you want to start from the middle and work your way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so on and so on. And then the torque specs are like 65 foot-pounds, but that's for cast iron heads. And these are aluminum heads. I looked the part number up, and they're basically just a cheap set of eBay Chinese aluminum heads. I don't know how much they need to be torqued to, but I'm just going to torque them to 65 foot-pounds, I guess. I know most aluminum head manufacturers, a lot of them have different torque specs for their heads and all. And I couldn't find nothing on these, so I'm just going to torque them to 65 foot-pounds, and then hopefully that'll be good. One good thing about these heads is they do accept the old school style intake or like a vortex style intake. So that's pretty cool. Another thing I forgot to mention is you don't want to, if you're torquing on the 60, 65, whatever, you don't want to go straight. Where the hell is it now? All right, but anyway, you don't want to go straight to 65 pounds. Most people will start at like 20 and then go to 40 and then 60 or whatever. All right, that's 1, 2, and 3. Dripping sweat everywhere, and it's like 7 o'clock. Don't even make no damn sense how it's just damn hot out here at 7 o'clock. But got the heads all torqued down, so we're gonna end this one off here for now, and we'll come back at it tomorrow. Well, it's next evening here. Got the heads torqued down yesterday, so I'm about to go through here and chase all these threads out, all these water pump header bolts. Go ahead and get all of them good and cleaned out. I'm gonna get the intake on, try to get it timed, all that good stuff. I got about an hour and a half or so before it gets dark, so we'll see what we can get done. I'm probably not gonna video a whole lot. We're just gonna try to get it together a little bit. So we got the intake on. I just got it snug down a little bit. We're gonna let the silicone there in the front dry overnight, and then I'll tighten her on down tomorrow or later on after it sits if I'm still working on it. We got the push rods all in. We just got to go through here, tighten the rockers up, adjust the valves and all that good stuff. As I was putting these push rods in, I noticed that these daggum heads have a lot of room, as you can see, between where the push rod goes in at. There's a lot of daggum room, so these things could move all over the place. I don't really like that. That's one thing I found I don't like about these heads. Now, if you had some guide plates on there, that would solve that issue. But this one don't have guide plates. It's got screw-in studs in them, but they don't have guide plates. So, yeah, I ain't a fan of that. We got it on top dead center on the compression stroke. So, I'm gonna grab the distributor and we're gonna stab that down in there, and we'll have her timed. Drop her down in there. Pretty much pointing at the back of the carburetor. And we'll take this here. Hey, now you ain't supposed to be doing all that shit. Take this here. Roll her over. She falls down in there. We'll roll her over again. Intake's closing. Here comes our line, and there we go. Timing mark right there. Got her pointing straight ahead, a little bit over, basically at the back of the carburetor. That'll give us plenty of adjustment either way, and I guarantee you she'll fire right up the first try whenever we get to that point. Oh shit, my damn leg's stuck. What the hell? Ah. Another evening, once again, but got a little progress made. I really ain't been videoing nothing. I'm just trying to get stuff done on this thing. So I've been trying to thrash it out, but I gotta throw brake calipers on that thing because I gotta run down the road here in a little while and pick up a couple transmissions. So I ain't got much time left on this thing for today, but I might try to at least fire it up. Alright, so we got all the plugs in, got her wired up. I mean, obviously it's still missing a lot of stuff, but I just want to put some gas in it and fire it up, make sure it is going to run before I go to putting everything else on it, you know, in case there's something wrong with it. God forbid, I hope there ain't nothing wrong with it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bust her off one time, see what she sounds like, and then you know, as long as it seems like it's running pretty good. I know it's gonna do some clattering and stuff like that because all the rockers are still a little bit loose. Other than that, it should fire up and run pretty decent. We're gonna fill the bowl up on the carburetor. We got the battery right there. I let it charge for a few hours yesterday, so it should be good. All right, we got our battery hooked up, and according to that light and the beeping on the inside, we got power. I just need to fill the bowl up, and oh yeah, I'm gonna check and make sure she's gonna spin over, and then we're gonna fill the bowl up. And I still got a wire distributor too. I ain't got the gas hooked up. I'm gonna put this end into a jug and let it pump through, make sure the gas is good and clean, ain't no trash or nothing in it, and then we'll hook it up as long as it's pumping good and all that good stuff. But all right, let's see if she'll spin over, and then wire the distributor hot and pour some gas in her. Well, that's not good. Alright, now it's turning over, but battery's dead. I charged the damn thing yesterday. According to the charger, it was good, but I guess it lied to me. Alright, got battery charger on it. We're gonna let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna go inside and chill in the AC for 45 minutes to an hour or so. Cool off a little bit. It's about 12 o'clock midday, so it's hot as hell. So I'm gonna go cool off for a second, let this bad boy charge this not so bad boy, and then hopefully we can come back and bust her off. Well, went inside to chill for just a minute. Not even inside for 10 minutes, and then starts freaking raining. Hopefully it'll go on over. I mean, it's kind of cloudy over that way, but sun's shining through right there. So hopefully it won't last too long. Alright, rain's gone. Battery's still not charged. But let's see if it's got enough juice to spin it over. Alright. Good deal. That's a jug there. Fuel line in. Ain't got no belts or nothing on it, so we ain't got to worry about that getting wrapped up in that. We ain't gonna run it long. I just want it to fire up and run for a second, just so I know it is gonna run. And for anybody wondering, I did put anti-seize on all the spark plugs. You know, steel and aluminum. Sometimes they don't exactly go together. But anyway, let me put some gas down her throat. And we'll see what she's gonna do. Now we can see if she'll make any noise. Started right up, just like I told y'all it would. Let's see if we can bust it off one more time. Like it blew out something right there. Alright, so it runs, but when it backfired and died, it looked like it blew out right there. So I don't know if maybe my intake is not sealing good or what. So I don't know, we might have to try to reseal the intake. You never know, these heads might be milled or something like that. And we got a little bit of an oil spill here, but I noticed oil cooler line was a little bit loose. So we'll get that tightened up. That should solve that problem. The only thing I'm worried about is the intake not being sealed. Alright, went over the rockers one time, tightened up the oil lines. It is pumping a little fuel, not much, and it's not looking too good. I mean, it don't look like a bunch of trash in it, just nasty old fuel. But we're gonna fire back up. Got some brake clean here. I'm gonna spray that in there, and if it idles up and runs smoother, then we'll know the intake ain't sealing. Got the straw on there, that way I can get maximum sprayage, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Maximum accuracy. There we go. seem to make no difference. I guess we'll have to put some water in it and all that good stuff and go from there. But maybe it was just my imagination. We got to hear it run anyhow. May or may not have an intake leaking. I don't know, kind of 50-50 on that. I could have swore I seen it backfire and blow something out right there. But I don't know, maybe it was just my imagination. I guess we'll find out once we put water to it and all that good stuff. But this video is already getting pretty long, so we're going to end this one off right here. And then in the next video, we'll finish getting her all together and hopefully, you know, no major problems, and then the owner can come get it. But we're going to end this one off right here. We'll see y'all in the next one. Later.